Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Krista.
How are you?
I am great.
Since we were last in these chairs, let's talk about our Titan football update. Congratulations to our Titan football team for a great season, 9-2 record, and winning the Lake Erie League Championship.
Yes, so that led into a playoff game where we played against Berea Mid Park, and the team was not successful in moving to the next round of playoffs, but we want to congratulate them for their hard work and their dedication. We had some of our players on last episode, and they were such great kids.
Great guys.
So, I know they play their hearts out.
Yep. Super coaching staff. Great guys. They had a great, those were seniors that were with us last time. And I'm just so excited. They had a great season.
Yeah.
And so congrats to them. When you watch this, we'll have had our election.
But we still want to thank everyone who supported us and everyone who continues to support us in Lorain City Schools and the work we're doing with our kids. And those who didn't support us at the ballot this time, know that our doors are always open. We welcome you to come in and have a conversation with us or ask your questions so that we can figure out what the disconnect is so we can get that support from you, because we understand that we're all here to just educate our kids and love our kids and be here for our community.
We started a new town hall format, we, as in you and I and our team, with the assistant superintendents and the superintendent, to have town halls that are hosted on Facebook Live.
And we know that our families are on Facebook, and that's where we can reach them, because all the times we post our photos and our videos of kids in our schools, that our families love that. But to know that they want to watch our Facebook Live so they can interact with our leadership.
Our next town hall is going to be this Thursday. So we're doing it a second time right away because, we want to strike while the iron's hot. And that, I hope, proves to the community that we truly do want to engage and we want to have a relationship with our families and to be transparent and to solve our challenges together and to celebrate our successes together.
And I know as a district, we are working so hard on family engagement. We are working with the Ohio State University on their family engagement programs, and so that all of our buildings have a way to increase family engagement, because it's so important to us that we understand that our families can talk with us, we can talk back. This is a two-way dialogue. It's not just us telling them things. We want to hear from them too. Absolutely.
And the involvement will only make us better.
Yes.
Which is, the best outcome for our students. So yeah, we're excited about that. And we I want the community to understand when something works, we will continue to do it.
Absolutely.
When we figure out how you can meet us at the table, we will pull up chairs for all of you. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's going to be Facebook Live for a while.
Yeah. So we're excited about that one. Next one's coming up this Thursday.
Yeah. So today we are going to be talking to our JROTC cadets, and they are some of our most civically engaged students. And I'm really excited to talk to them and to find out. I don't know a ton about JROTC, but, I do know what opportunities they can get out after high school, but I don't know much about what they do during their time in high school.
Yeah. And this will be really timely because Monday is Veterans Day. So many of our buildings will be having Veterans Day programs and Veterans Day speakers to come in, just to let our children know about the military services and what our veterans do for us.
Yeah, and they are as well, which I'll let them talk about that. So let's talk to our JROTC cadets and see what they have to say.
Yes.
We're here with our JROTC cadets, and thanks for being here.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
It's nice being here.
Yeah. Can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name's Cadet Major Kamryn Curry.
I'm Cadet Command Sergeant Major Jolinette Cortes.
And I'm Cadet Captain Ava Colon.
What is the role of the captain? Because now we'll tell you, Lisa and I don't know a lot about JROTC, so you're going to have to give us a lot of information during this.
Well, we really
segment.
appreciate that. These are the shows that we love the most, so we can learn something from our Titans.
Thank you. Okay, so from what I do, at least as a captain, is I organize and help plan. Well, I have my team help me plan meetings, interviews, and time to write articles so we can publish them on the news channel or Titan News. So I have two amazing helpers, my little nugs, which is Cadet Reyes and Cadet Ortiz. And Cadet Reyes, he is my photographer, and he takes pictures of the event. So we'll both stay after school sometimes during their JROTC practice color guards, and we'll take pictures of them and get them ready for our honor guard. For the Titan News. I'm so sorry, to post and talk about what we did this week or what we did a while ago. And then for Cadet Ortiz, she is my ghostwriter, so she helps me write and prepare for the article that we will be talking about on Titan News.
Fabulous.
And I put it all together.
All right.
Oh my gosh. So, Ava, I will say you are one of my go-to high school students. You are so responsible. Everyone listening, Lisa and I can ask anything of Ava, and you are so responsive and responsible. I jokingly say all the time, I need to hire you. I wish I had a budget to hire you, or maybe as an intern, maybe someday in your future. We'll see. But you're really great, and you're super responsible, and we appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
So, okay, so you're a cadet, and what is your role?
I'm the command sergeant major, so I oversee all of the color guards that we do.
Wow.
So for each company, they have a color guard, like let 1 color guard, let 2 color guard, and so on. So whenever we do football games, I oversee them. Or if I'm not able to, my ops sergeant major, Jasmine Rivera, will oversee them and make sure everything goes according to plan. Also, like the honor guards are also kind of involved, but not completely. But I oversee every color guard that we do.
So you're a sergeant.
An NCO.
An NCO, yeah.
An NCO. Okay.
Non-commissioned officer.
Okay.
Okay.
And what is your role?
So my rank is a major, but my role is battalion executive officer. So I'm second in command of the battalion. So like as of right now, I am in the role of battalion commander since she couldn't make it.
Okay.
And I pretty much oversee everything like the battalion commander does, and I take care of the S section. So like Ava, I watch over her section. I watch over S1 through 5 pretty much.
Wow.
Make sure everything's in order and going as it should.
Fabulous.
That is fabulous.
And then planning meetings too with like the SAI, which is Major Marshal, and then, battalion commander and all that stuff. So, yeah.
I just realized this sounds like a ton of work. How much work in high school do you, okay, so you're in high school, so you 7:25 a.m. to 2:15-ish p.m. How much of your day is JROTC?
A good, I want to say like an hour, like 90 minutes, a good 90 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then is there after school, like do you do things after school as well? Obviously Color Guard and Titan News, you probably come in early for that, right?
I do that during our JROTC
Okay.
time, so I schedule it. So I talk to Major before I do schedule JROTC times or meetings or anything. I double check with him. But when I do want to go do the Titan News, I talk to him and we will do it during that class time, so I'm not missing any of my other classes.
Oh, great. It just seems like so much work, but I forgot these are 90-minute blocks, so those are long classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of us, depending on our positions.
But I think we level it out pretty well.
Yeah.
We get time off, and he gives us availabilities to rest with obviously our other subordinates that can help us around. So I think, it's easy as long as you have good people, which we do in our battalion. So
You
Great.
speak so highly of your other battalion members and our other JROTC members. So that speaks to a lot about leader and leadership. So can you guys tell me a little bit about what leadership skills you've kind of developed through the program and how you've applied them in school?
when I first got into JROTC as a freshman, I wouldn't say I was a follower, but I wouldn't say I was entirely a leader either. So, I'd stay on the back burner and just try to help when I could. But I realized as going through JROTC, I wanted to help more. And it's helped me want to lead other people to be better leaders. I want to leave JROTC making better leaders than I was.
That's called intrinsic motivation. You just want to do good and be good. I love that.
And you're also self-aware that you recognize the growth you've had since freshman year. What grade are you in now?
I'm a junior.
So that's, yeah, so you seeing how you've grown so much in just those few years. And when you go to college, you can take what you're learning here and apply that in so many ways. So it's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
And Ava is also a junior, right? I think
Yes,
I
ma'am.
asked you that the other day. And are you?
I'm a senior.
Oh, okay. So now how will your rank, like, how will that be filled next year?
Well, my position goes down to my Ops Sergeant Major, Jasmine Rivera, and I think she will become a fine leader. I love her so much. She is the best Ops Sergeant Major we've had in a while, actually. This is the first time we've had like a full staff, right, Curry? This is the first time we've had a full staff with everybody getting positions, and even the lowerlets, they've got their jobs, and just I just can't wait to see them grow. Even though I won't be here, I'm still gonna come down and visit and see how everybody does, because I know when I leave, they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be
Your
amazing.
legacy lives on.
Huh?
Your legacy's gonna live on, just like our previous battalion commander and sergeant majors did.
Yeah, that's what inspired me. Our other sergeant major.
Do
He
you
was
know
great.
where you'll be next year? Because it sounded like you said you would come back. Do you know where you're going to be after you graduate?
The original plan was to graduate and go straight into the Army, but sadly, I can't just yet. I have to wait another year. And so I'm going to be working in that time and trying to see if I can go to LCCC
Oh, great.
and get a couple classes to bump up my rank when I do enlist. And during that time, I hope to come back and see the progress that they'll be working on.
So we do want to ask you, all three of you, what got you interested in JROTC, but I also want to make sure I don't forget to ask how, if you can explain how your participation in high school speaks to the rank that you get when you enlist, because I kind of understand it, but I don't know enough to talk about it.
Okay.
So first, let's talk about it, how and why you got involved.
It's a kind of funny story. So our first day of freshman year, they do like orientation with just the freshmen, and I went down to JROTC, and Major Marshall seen that I was this timid little kid, and he was like, "I pick you." And he just signed me up and put me on his roster.
I
And
love that.
I've loved my life ever since. So
I love that.
I'm
He
just
saw
trying.
something
I'm just
in
trying to
you
be
that he would
honest.
grow as a leader in this program.
Were you shocked? Like, you pick me?
Yeah, he just kind of looked at me. He was like, "Are you in gym?" He was like, "What gym class?" And I'm like, "I'm in walking class." And he's like, "Nope, you're in my class now."
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
And then how about you? Because you're a senior. When did you start?
Sadly, I started my sophomore year because I tried getting into the class the second semester of my freshman year, but for some reason I couldn't take it. I think I had a core class that I couldn't switch.
Yeah.
So I started my sophomore year.
So you wanted to do it your freshman year. You were
Yeah.
already interested.
Yeah.
What led you?
I've always wanted to go to the military. Since I was in like 6th grade, I knew I was going to end up in the military. I didn't know we had a class in high school. That's why when I found out about it, I was like, I want to be in this class. And when I did end up getting into the class, I told Major Marshall, I want to go to, I want to be in the military. And he was like, good, you're going to the Army. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And how about you, Ava?
Well, I've always had an eye for joining JROTC, but I never really had the courage to even attempt to talk to Major Marshall or even try and join until I realized I had some friends who were there, so I would ask them questions about it, and they would like expand my knowledge on that class. So at some point I did gain some courage, and I had my friend walk me down and go talk to him, and then we had a one-on-one conversation about me joining and how I do plan to go to the military, either mainly the Air Force, which is a plan of mine. I want to join, but we had that conversation, and that's why I'm in it now.
So, Ava, you talk a lot about not having the courage to seek out the program. But you also had the courage today to seek out to be a member of our podcast. Typically, Chris and I come up with our own topics and we start inviting people to come, but you sought us out and said, do you want to be on the podcast to talk about JROTC? Why?
I mean, I'm so sorry. I've gotten a lot from JROTC. Like I've built a lot of trust from being in there, because I would say from freshman year to now, I can communicate with people a lot better. I've learned to plan things more, but like keep it organized. I was very I wouldn't say shy, but I would say kind of shy my freshman year, and now I'm more like open. So like anytime I see somebody in the hallway, I'm like, "What's up?" just chatting it. But I honestly think that JROTC helped me open up a lot more and helped me learn how to communicate and become a better leader.
I know a lot of the community members have seen you out because you guys do a lot of community service. Can you walk us through what you do in the community and where we can see you?
When I first did a community service, partake from ROTC, it was from the food bank. When they came down, I was like, I want to try that out because that looks fun. And everybody talked about how fun it is to be with your friends, but also giving to the community. So I was like, shoot, I'll do it.
So you guys volunteered as a group for food pantry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
When I did it was very fun because we all came together, because it would be split into groups. So me and my group, we came together. So for the food bank, there was bagged foods in boxes. So for the bagged foods, any empty big boxes we had, we'd put 2 or 1 and then easily take it to the car and put the boxed food on the other side of the car. So it's an effective and easier way for them to take it into their house when they get home. Just a really fun way of doing things.
Did you do you do something with the nursing homes too? I thought I remembered hearing about that.
That's the veterans home that we do. So last year we went to the veterans home and we performed an honor guard, which is 5 cadets.
5 cadets and 1 reader.
5 cadets and a reader, specifically chosen to do a ceremonial.
It's like a dinner table
The
that's
missing in
set.
action.
Oh, I've seen this.
Mhm.
I've seen this, yeah, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, that's what we call the honor guard.
Okay.
So we did that last year, and we're planning to do more trips this year because we know most of those veterans don't have family coming to visit.
I was going to say, what are their reactions or response when you're there and you do that for them?
They love it.
They're so sweet.
They're so enthusiastic
so,
about it.
It's so nice going over there to see them because they just tell us their stories, and that gives us more reason to keep doing stuff for them.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
And it's a great opportunity to learn about the wars and how their stories affected them and their families.
Are they mostly men or are there females?
There's quite a few females in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seeing the veterans hits close to home because it's
Yeah, you see how their service to their country impacted their lives
exactly
forever.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's very emotional because you see your family and you're like, I'm so grateful for them, but
Yeah.
these veterans don't have that, or some just don't want to go visit, and it's
Now, do
hard
any
to
of your families are they concerned that you want to enlist, or are they just proud of you?
My mom is excited that I actually want to get into something that's not okay. She's happy that I want to get into something that's more likely long term,
Yeah, that's positive and long term and has a future.
because my original plan, it's on right now. My original plan was to just do acting, but then she put me into reality. You can't just do this because you can do acting, but it's going to cost a lot of money, even sending in auditions and doing all that. So you need something.
Don't our troops have acting units or opportunities, right? I think so. I think in the military there's opportunities to
I
participate.
believe in the military, there's an opportunity for you to use all of your skills and talents in some way.
I mean, if there is, I would definitely love to be a part-time actress as well.
Yeah.
in the Air Force. There's a possibility you could, if you go to college and do ROTC in the college you choose, and do acting and do
Theater,
all the
yeah.
studying and all of that. Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Like my plan after
Yeah.
high school. So, I want to go into the United States Air Force Academy,
Okay.
which it's a long process, but I'm trying to make sure my academics are straight, which they have been, thankfully. And yeah, that's like the biggest goal of mine. I just want to set my career, like not have to worry about where's my next meal coming from. I'm set, I have a career, and I'm going to be good for the rest of my life. I can be happy.
I hope that people listen and they say, oh, I have a student going into high school, or maybe a high school student who's a freshman or sophomore listens and says, I never thought about JROTC, because, hearing your stories will help bring awareness to the program. Tell us how joining the military after a JROTC high school experience, you can enlist at a higher rank, right?
Yes, that is.
So how does that work?
Some of our cadets did enlist in the military, and they're private first class because they were in the class for 3 consecutive years.
Okay.
So as long as you do that, you can go into basic training and graduate a private first class.
That's great. So you get just immediately bumped up.
Yes.
Okay, and that's like a higher pay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's great. So I think we wanted to ask you too. So we talked about your community service and how it shaped your perspectives. How does it change the way, and your teenagers, and believe us, we know, we've raised them, we've been teenagers, taught teenagers. I know it's a struggle sometimes. How has being in this program changed the way you handle stress?
I feel the way I handle stress better now is because the ROTC room feels like home. They are my family and I love them so much. And Major makes the ROTC room such a safe place where we can talk to him or our other cadets about how we feel, because they're our age and they understand what we all go through as well. And not only that, the older cadets, the higher lets, also just know how to talk to you and talk you down from the stresses of other classes or tests. They're your family and they understand you because of how much we've grown together in the program.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that it's your home and your family. What a great thing to have in your school community.
Yeah,
I want everyone to have that.
Yeah.
in some space here.
If I may add on to that.
Yeah, sure.
While being in JRTC, I've learned to separate things more so it's less stressful, because I already do a lot every day. But I've learned to separate things, because from before, when I was in this, everything would just be combined. It'd be drama, it'd be classes, it'd be me trying to focus on random things all at once.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've learned to cut drama out of my life. So anytime somebody tells me about anything that's fight related, let's say, that they want to do something like that, keep me out of it, please. I have too much to focus on. I have my school to
love
focus
that.
on.
We love to hear that.
Too much to lose.
Too much.
And you've invested so much and you have a real plan for yourself. And so you have a reason. I call it being tethered to something. You're tied to something that you cannot take a chance on messing up. I love that.
And I also don't have time to get called down because I was
involved. How about you? How do you manage the stress of being a teen, a young adult?
Well, basically, stressors come into my life, but then, I know as soon as I look forward to JRTC, I can't lie. So as soon as I walk in there, I'll go say hi to Major in the morning. I'll just tell him, this is what's going on today. He'll be like, okay, you're not going to do your job today. You're going to do what you need to do so you can calm down, get what you need to get done so the stress is lower. And then we'll restart tomorrow. Because, he can tell if there's something going on with us. And he knows. He'll just talk with us. If there's something going on, so be it. And then he'll help us get through it. And then try again a little bit more in the morning.
There it is again, Lisa, relationships.
Wow. Yeah. And it almost makes me a little teary-eyed to think that you have this trusted adult in this building that you can go to. And if every student can find that one adult in the building, then it can make such a difference in the culture, the climate of this whole entire building.
That's why I want to jump on my soapbox for a second and say, if you have students entering high school, if you're a student that's going to be in high school next year or that is already a student here at LHS, please join something. Whether it's drama club, theater, band, JROTC, join something, because you tie yourself to it, you tether yourself to it. And when I see it, I've seen it for years. I had a classroom near the band room, so I would see the, quote unquote band kids and the quote unquote JROTC kids. And you really do stick together, and you have a place and a family inside your school life. So I say join something and belong to something, because you will feel that sense of family and community.
I think this is becoming a theme for our podcast because we've heard this from other students who found their place in different ways.
It is becoming a theme, and we didn't mean for it to.
We did not.
We really didn't. I'm excited for you guys. I'm proud of the work you're doing. I'm really impressed with how responsible and reliable and how poised and confident you are to be able to say, hey, did you know the district has a new podcast? Let's email those two women, and get on there and talk about what we're doing. It's fabulous. Keep doing those things. Keep making opportunities for yourself. What do you want to tell future cadets, future JROTC recruits?
Students who are considering joining the program.
I would say if you feel uneasy about joining, I would say just don't, because you'll always find your place in something. No matter if it's color guard, just being a person in JROTC, you'll always find a place, and you'll always find family and friends in there. And you'll have people around you that care.
What about you guys? Any advice?
I mean, well, adding on to what Curry said, if you feel uneasy, don't. It's a place where, it may seem scary and Major may come off a little harsh, but he's a big softie at heart. He'll understand where you come from, and he'll be your friend in a place where you may or may not be able to. ROTC is a place where you don't have to feel out of place. There's a lot of things you can do, like Raider team, color guards, drill comps, what we're going to be doing this year, and so on and so forth. You'll always find a friend in ROTC. And it may seem hard at first, but it's just how you present yourself and how you feel about other students.
Do you ever look at your underclassmen and go, you need to join ROTC?
Yeah.
All
the
look
time.
Could have quite a few of them. Just
Yeah.
Come on.
And do what Marshall did to you. You need to.
Yep. Put their name down. I choose you. You're part of us.
I choose you. How about you, Ava? How do you want to plug the program to future recruits?
I'd say if you want to do it, join. It's amazing. Well, from my experience, it's amazing, and you make a lot of really good friends, especially on days where you're emotional. They're always there for you. Every single one of them, they're always there for you. And then even Majors, he's always going to be there for you. They're always going to be there for you. They're truly like family. I love all of them.
Aww.
I love all of them. Every single one of them. They're so sweet. And they're really, really nice. I love them. But if you do want to join, this is your chance. Take it while you have the chance. Any year, just join. Get to know these people if you want. They're amazing. They love you.
I want to tell you, you are remarkable young people. We are so proud of you. We are so excited that you took some time to sit down and talk to us and to our entire school community about your passion and love for your ROTC program.
We're proud of the future that you're building for yourselves right here in our building, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do. This was such a good show. When I said that we're starting to develop a theme, I'm thinking back to previous episodes when we had the Titans Dance Company on. That's also had the Lorain Titan Robotics. Our students find themselves in unique places all over this district.
Community.
Yeah.
Community and relationships. Because after you said that, I started thinking each of those students had an adult, a trusted adult, and an activity to focus on. And I will say it again, they are tethered to something that when life gets complicated or teenagers feel the feels, they have
something else to go back
Yes, to focus
this is
on.
me. This is my thing.
For Ava to say, listen, when there's drama, I say, don't bring it to me. I have too much to lose. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine?
If all of our students found that one thing that says this, I have too much to lose to do this.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I really was blown away by their poise and confidence and ability to, first of all, advocate for themselves, to have an opportunity to come on.
Yes.
Because again, they approached us like, hey, you have a podcast. We want to be on it to talk about our ROTC program.
They're so self-aware to know what this program is doing to impact their lives and bring value to their school day beyond what they're going to learn in a book.
And just any students listening to this, like, I look at some of our students and I think back to being their age, and I just did not have it together the way they. You're doing these kiddos are doing a great job just doing this thing called life.
Yeah, and they left here so quickly to move on to their other things.
Yeah.
Whether it's wrestling or drama, they're tethered to so many things.
Yes. Oh, I gotta go. I have this. I have that. Really fabulous young people. So that was great. And we definitely do have a theme developing that I promise was not intended. However, if it seems like we are focusing on high school, that is not the case. And we have things coming up that episodes coming up that have nothing to do with high school.
Right. It will showcase a lot of our other buildings, programs, initiatives, and things we're doing from pre-K all the way.
Even we have a community member coming to talk about equity at the end of November. And I mean, it's truly not, I promise, it's not about the high school. It's the entire district and our community and our students and the future of our district.
Yeah. That's what Titan Talk is about.
Yes, that's what it's all about. So we will see you next time. And we are always excited to have had this opportunity. And we love doing these podcasts. And we hope that people are tuning in, because you can catch us on
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else you listen to your podcast.
iHeart.
iHeart.
Yep. And YouTube. All right. See you next time.
See ya.